Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome back. Oh, I didn't realize that audio play. What's up? What's up, everybody? So there's a press conference happening, coming up. School shooter has been identified as Colt Gray. And, oh no.
But from the minute that this tragic incident happened today, Governor Kemp has been with me and been talking to me and several times and has been on our side and law enforcement side, and I wanted to introduce him to make a few statements.
Let me see if I can do it myself.
Again, thank you for your patience, and at this time I'm going to introduce the governor, and then Director Hosey will take answers and questions after that.
Well, thank you, Sheriff. I just want to thank you and your team for the incredible work that they've done. The response of our first responders today has been unreal. Superintendent LaDuff, Principal Leroy, who just did an incredible job with these kids. This hits home for us. Being from Athens, just down the road, Marty and I, having a daughter that taught first grade just a few years ago, this is everybody's worst nightmare. And I just want to offer my sincere condolences and our thoughts and prayers to the families that have lost loved ones, for those that are injured and continuing to fight through just a tragic time for really this whole community that's been affected by today's actions. And I just cannot thank the first responders enough. I cannot thank Director Hosey, Colonel Hitchens, Director Stallings at GEMA, the whole state response. I want to thank Special Agent Farley and her team from the FBI that are embedded with us in the school as we speak, running down every single lead and other things that Director Hosey will mention tonight. I represented Bexar County when I was in the state Senate 20 years ago. These are our neighbors, these are our friends, and this community is hurting today. And I would just ask all Georgians and all Americans to continue to keep these families, these educators, and these students in your thoughts and prayers. And we will provide every state resource that is needed from here until they're not, to support this community and support this team behind me. And with that, I'll turn it over to Director Hosey.
Thank you, Governor. Real quick, we wanted to provide some additional updates from today's events, and I will mention too that this will be our last update for the evening, so I please hope you'll understand that. Let me start by saying that there's no evidence to report that any additional shooter was involved in this incident today. Investigators are actively pursuing, however, any leads of any potential associates of the shooter that was involved in this incident. So I say that to say we're following up any potential leads through the investigation to ensure if there are any associates involved in this that we find them, we identify them. So that's part of, again, the ongoing investigation. There is no evidence of a list of schools being targeted. However, there is a lot of evidence that is being recovered and evaluated. We're going through everything to determine if there is any active threats to any schools in this area, this county, and the state of Georgia. And we will continue to monitor that throughout this investigation, throughout the evening as we carry on. There was a call, as we're aware of, to a local high school as well this morning with a reported threat. Police responded and investigated and determined that there was no threat after all. There's been reports that a Colt Gray, who is another student here at the school, was involved, or that Colt Gray was involved in this. If you recall from a previous press conference earlier this afternoon, the individual that we have arrested and will be charged with this, his name is Colt Gray. But there is another student here at the school with a very similar name. We want to ensure everyone that Colt Gray is not involved in this incident. That is the name that I provided you earlier this afternoon. So those reports were inaccurate, if that was passed on to you. I do, however, want to identify the victims of this incident today, those that lost their life in this tragic event. Mason Schermerhorn, age 14, who is a student here at the school. Christian Angelo, who was 14, also a student here at the school. Richard Aspinwall, I'm not sure of his age, but he was a teacher here at the school. And Christina Irmery, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, who was also a teacher here at the school. We will post a list of these victims for the correct spellings for everyone later this evening after we complete the press conference here. Also, as has been released, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center has received anonymous tips in the past of online threats to commit school violence or school shootings at an undetermined location and time. The FBI referred this information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office for action. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office identified and located Gray, who is our suspect in this case. They conducted an investigation at that time, and there was no probable cause for arrest or to take any additional law enforcement action. This is not recent, this is in the past, but we wanted to bring that to your attention because we are pursuing that, working with the FBI on that, and any connection to that incident that could be connected to today's incident as well. Also, we're also aware of some previous contacts that the Department of Family and Children's Services in the area had with the suspect and his family, and we are pursuing that avenue as well too, to see if that has any connection with today's incident. Let me stress again, as we have many times, that this is still a very fluid investigation. It is still very active. We will have agents and there will be law enforcement personnel that will be pursuing investigative leads and collecting evidence throughout the night and into much of tomorrow, I would anticipate as well. We again ask for your patience in that. This is a criminal investigation, and we're going to treat it like that. So I apologize ahead of time if we don't answer some of the questions that you may ask. So please understand. I also want to bring note to one very special thing that we do not need to forget about here. Is we have heroes in our midst. We've talked about our law enforcement personnel, our fire, our EMS. Those that are deceased are heroes in my book. Those that are in the hospital recovering right now are heroes in my book. But also the heroes that we need to remember is our faculty and staff here at this school. They acted admirably. They were heroes in the actions that they took. The protocols at this school and this system activated today prevented this from being a much larger tragedy than what we had here today. So I want to recognize them as heroes because they are. And continue with our thoughts and prayers, as has been mentioned, for the families that were lost here today, those that were lost here today, those that are recovering in the hospital, and obviously those that were affected directly by this tragedy here at the school and all of the community of Barrow County. We need to continue to have them in our thoughts and prayers.
Director, thank you for doing another one of these again. Can you tell us, by chance, since he's being charged as an adult, will he be in court tomorrow? Will there be a first court appearance? Will he be booked tonight? Will that happen?
He will be booked tonight. I'm not sure of the court appearance, but it will be within a reasonable amount of time.
Is there anything that you can share to us about the weapon that was used, by chance?
The weapon that was used in this was an AR platform style weapon.
So how did Mr. Gray get the gun into the
We're still investigating that aspect of it.
Did he go out of the classroom, get the gun, and come back? We've heard some of that from some students.
We're still trying to clarify a lot of the timeline from the time that he got here to school today until the incident took
And
place.
last one from me. I mean, so often, I know people at home, we always hear something that the FBI has heard something about someone who goes and does one of these tragic events. How can we stop this from happening? Because it feels like this happens every single time there's a school shooting that we heard that there was a prior threat or there's prior knowledge. When lives are at stake, how can we stop this from happening?
Well, there's a variety of ways, in my personal opinion. Community involvement, what our school system is doing here to ensure that. Whether we'll be able to stop it completely one day or not, I don't know. Those are decisions that each individual is making on their own to do this. But again, I go back to what I said earlier about the heroes here that prevented things from being a lot worse today. But we've got to take action within our own communities, take care of each other, be aware of our surroundings and what's going on in our community.
Dr. Hosey, interviewed the family last year, and they found hunting rifles in the family home. Was an AR platform weapon among those weapons that were in the home during that interview?
Again, that's part of a lot of the things that we're trying to clarify within the investigation. Again,
How
we're
did law
very,
enforcement find
very
out
early.
about the
As a
active shooter
parent.
situation? Was it from a 911 call from a faculty or staff member or from a student? Can you just expand on that
answer
since
that.
they
You
got
can
here
answer, sure.
within minutes?
Could you also expand on why it was a female faculty member walking around looking for this student minutes before he shot up the school?
No.
Can y'all
I'll
clarify
answer
that?
I'll let Director
Why
Hosey
the
answer that
police
question.
Resource officer didn't approach him.
Ma'am, let's get this question right here, and then we'll come
You
back
asked
to
how was they notified?
Yeah, we discussed today, heard earlier, law enforcement here within several minutes. So we're just curious how the notification went through. Did 911 hear about it from a student, or was it a faculty that made that call alerting law enforcement?
All of our teachers are armed with a form of an ID called Centegix. And Centegix alarms us and alerts the law enforcement office after buttons are pressed on an ID, and it alerts us that there is an active situation at the school for whatever reason, and that was pressed. And we've had that about a week now.
And we've heard stories of students actually pulling other students while they're in the hallway, while all this chaos is happening, while shooting is going on. We've heard stories about students pulling their classmates into the classrooms to get them to secure, to get them to safety. What do you think that says about these young folks who are, very 13, 14, 15 years old, that they're looking out for one another like that?
It's admirable. It's like Director Hosey said, we have heroes among us, and those students and teachers that did that today saved a lot of lives. This could have been way worse than and again, the investigation is still trying to file through that information, but those kids are heroes and brave as well to do that when they hear an active shooter around them.
Sheriff, you talked about the
let me get this one question right here. Did you have something else, ma'am?
No, it was me.
Okay.
I was asking, why did the school resource officer not go looking for this kid and approach him, and why they sent a female faculty member to the room, to the algebra room he was in with my daughter, looking for him instead of the school resource officer, or why the school allowed this boy to come and go from the class all the time. He would go and sign up for the restroom pass, leave the class, and come back sometimes, and sometimes never come back. He has been wandering this school.
With all due respect, ma'am, I think your information is incorrect, and our investigation is going to lead to what we have, and we will be glad to answer your questions once that's done.
I guess victims are lying to me then.
Ooh.
Possibly.
Sheriff, what can you tell us about
Damn.
the SROs? You talked about a lot of heroes. You talked about how one of the SROs encountered the shooter.
Yeah, I want to hear that again real quick. Because she was snapping.
School resource.
Something else, ma'am?
No, it was me.
Okay.
I was asking, why did the school resource officer not go looking for this kid and approach him, and why they sent a female faculty member to the room, to the algebra room he was in with my daughter, looking for him instead of the school resource officer, or why the school allowed this boy to come and go from the class all the time. He would go and sign up for the restroom pass, leave the class, and come back sometimes, and sometimes never come back. He has been wandering this school.
With all due respect, ma'am, I think your information is incorrect, and our investigation is going to lead to what we have, and we will be glad to answer your questions once that's done.
I guess victims are lying to me then.
Possibly.
Sheriff, what can you tell us about the SROs? You talked about
We're going to
a lot
get
of
into the
heroes.
family history a little bit
You
too,
talked
guys.
about how
Pressure.
one of the SROs encountered the shooter. What can you tell us about them, who they are, how long they've been working here, and what they did today?
Both of the SROs that are here at these high schools, at all of my high schools, I have two there. Both of the SROs, to include a third one, was here today, not for any other reason other than to help and assist today. They're the true heroes as well. They were actively looking. They had an alert, I guess, if you will, and when they interjected, or when this shooting began, they interacted with the shooter, Mr. Gray, and as soon as they made contact with him, he gave up immediately.
Can you share these officers' names?
Not at this time. I'd rather not.
Where is the shooter right now? You said in custody.
The shooter is in custody at the Bexar County Detention Center because he is a juvenile. He's being booked in, and he will be transported to RYDC.
Were officials or school administrators tipped off by a threat here before the shooting happened?
I'm not aware of that at this time.
Sheriff or Director, can you say the condition on those injured that were taken to the hospital? Have you got any updates on how they're going?
All of our victims that are at the hospital are going to make it and going to recover well, as we've been told, and we don't expect any more fatalities at this time.
Last question.
Has there been any shooting or tragedy to this scale inside a Georgia school that you're aware of? Can you speak to that?
I can't speak to that, no.
Can you put this in perspective for us then? What today has meant for law enforcement, for students, all of those affected?
Tragic. When someone preys on kids, it's tragic. Like I said earlier, hate is not going to prevail in our county, and hate's not going to prevail in our state. And pure evil did what happened today. That's all I can tell you. I want to continue to say that. I'm proud of the men and women behind me. I'm proud of the women that stood beside me. I'm proud of the men and women who protected these kids. I'm proud of this staff. I'm proud of this community. And I just ask for prayers.
Governor,
thank you.
Is there any more your office can do to prevent shootings like this in schools?
Well, look, we've done a tremendous amount on school safety, but today is not the day for politics or policy. Today is the day for an investigation to mourn these precious Georgians that we have lost, to thank the first responders that went, into the line of fire, the school staff, superintendent, the principal, and others that are just trying to hold this community together. That's what we need to be focused on right now. We also had a tragic loss of a firefighter in Greene County earlier today before this event happened, with an explosion that killed the life of a first responder that, again, was running in to danger when many people were trying to run out. And that's what the focus needs to be on tonight. I would ask everybody to continue to keep this community, these victims, and these educators and these men and women in law enforcement in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
I just want to thank everyone for their patience and taking the time to cover this. We ask that you continue to follow the GBI for updates. As we said earlier, we're going to continue to provide updates. It's very important that we get this information out. But right now, we really want to focus on our victims, and you can, as I said earlier, continue to follow us as we provide additional updates. Thank you.
The spellings of those victims' names.
Yes, I will.
Hey, when you post cities of residence for the adults.
Okay, so let's get back to let's get to this really interesting stuff that the shooter's aunt apparently made on Facebook. May have found it. Let me just fix the screen. They were streaming kind of weird. Okay, so let me start over here. Okay, these are some, I guess, somewhat interesting posts. Mayna found these. Let me start off with this one. All right. Perfect. Yo, thank you for the link too, Mayna. Appreciate that, man. Send me the link. Okay, so it says here, Annie Polhamas Brown. It says, they're charging my nephew as an adult for murder. Y'all ready to see Polhamas blood in full throttle? Nah, I wouldn't be either. I don't know what that means. Then, let me keep going. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, so this is a longer post. This is today, okay? Obviously. So she made this post, and it says, please, someone get in touch with me. GBI, I've tried calling. I'm not scared. I will not back down. I will not disrespect other parents and families that are dealing with this tragedy on the opposite end. They did not deserve this. I will not do anything but humbly support the families involved in this incident that did not ask to be participants. With that said, I will not leave my nephew standing alone. When Uvalde happened, I told my children that only hurt people hurt people. I did everything I could to fight for my nephew, my niece, and my other nephew. Y'all can go ahead and play the blame game all you want, but the families affected by my nephew's action deserve all the attention now. I will take care of my nephew and what he needs on this side. He's locked up. I don't know. What are you going to do for your nephew now? Just check yourself before you speak about a child that never asked to deal with the BS he saw on a daily basis. Her account has gone off of Facebook. Let me see the link that Maina sent me. Because you know what? I was interesting. I was trying to find the post. I was trying to find her account and I couldn't find it. But Maina sent me the direct link. Let me see. Maybe she disabled her stuff. No, it's working. Actually, I found her Facebook is still active. I can see all the posts he posted. Okay, so let me continue because there's more posts, more things we got to talk about with this. Give me a second. I have all this stuff on my screen. Okay, so here's an interesting post. So, and we're gonna get to his. Apparently, this might be his mother, and it looks like the mother's had problems. All right, so So this is like they tagged each other on Facebook. Annie Palmas Brown, Marcy Gray. We think Marcy Gray might be the mother. Okay, obviously the same last name, but I think that's the mother. And it says Colt and Jack getting it done. Also tagging the aunt. That was kind of somewhat snapping. Let's keep going. Now, and this is an old post. This is March 19, 2020, but you can see, just the family picture or whatever. Now, another picture, Marcy Gray. You think that's the mother? Okay, let me open this up. PSA. I'm alive. Quick update of my life for all my work peeps that I haven't spoken with and are wondering where I went. After 14 years of almost constant domestic abuse, I packed myself and my babies up and relocated to my hometown in South Georgia. We're all good and my kids are thriving. I am slowly reintroducing social media, phone calls, text, email, and especially social media as a trigger for my CPTSD. So feel free to message me, but understand it may be days or weeks before I respond. Now, Maina also found this. Apparently, the mother was arrested. This looks like her. I guess this is Macy here. Let me show you guys this. Looks like she was arrested in 2023. Gray Marcy. It says concealing identity of vehicle, drugs to be kept in original container. Let me see what else. Here we go. Here's kind of like more of the history into their past. It seems like a lot of family problems. I mean, I don't know how this equates to let me go out and shoot and kill 4 people. This is from 2023. This is the aunt, and it says, I previously had it wrong. My parents had it wrong, and numerous other people had it wrong. My brother-in-law has been dealing with transgressions of my sister while also taking the blame for countless awful events. Coley, I'm sorry my sister had me fooled for so long, believing you were the source of all this tragedy, and I'm thankful we were able to resolve this nightmare as a team. So what's going on there? What's Oh, dang. Check this out. Hold on, too. This is from the aunt. All right. This is 2023 November. Maina found all this stuff. So, shout out to Maina. He's on Discord. We have a Discord server if you want to check it out. So, okay. So, this is November 12, 2023. It says, y'all doing too much. Literally sent my sister a message in jail about this post, which drug is often referred to as blue or blues. And so the drug that they're talking about, that's Oxy. Oxy, I don't know if it's oxycodone or oxycontin. One of the Oxys are referred to as blues, and people get really, really, really messed up on it. They get addicted to that. I know what I know what I've heard, but wanted to see if it was cool for something different. Fentanyl. It's definitely not fentanyl. I don't think it's fentanyl. A blue heroin pill. I mean, they could mix it with fentanyl, I guess. So I don't know. Did the mother have substance problems, or was it just her prescription? Probably, I don't know. Seemed like the mother had issues and domestic violence in the family. Debbie is the grandmother. Okay. Another post last year about his mom. Okay. So I'm going to work through this. Let's see. Okay, we left over here. Here's another post. Something, I guess the arrest happened in November 2023. Last post for tonight, or for the night. I have my sister's phone, the one she had when she was pulling her last stunt. Let me know if you want me to wait before I turn it into the detectives at Fitzgerald Police Department so I can laugh at you and turn it in anyway. Hell hath no fury for a daughter/sister scorned. So there's a lot of problems. A lot of problems in the family. Issues with her sister, which is the mother of the shooter. Let me get some more messages, I think, here. All right, let's look at this one too. Okay, on another note, I have mutual friends with these people in question. Don't think I'll forget about you and your connection to them. You were warned as soon as she hits that courtroom, your names are getting dropped. If she can do what she did to our mother, and what did she do? Don't think for a second she won't use you as collateral damage. I told you how to cut associations with her. You didn't. I generally didn't want you pulled down into the sinkhole, but here y'all are. This is your last chance. Cut ties now. So, this woman seems like she's going to snap. The aunt. Seems like she has a lot to say. She's, offering respect to the families, the victims, but also saying she's going to stand by her nephew. And she's going to help him out. Hurt people is what she said. Let me just check real quick, too. She posted anything else. That was it. Now, the crazy thing, because I just saw this, too. Somebody had sent this to me. Oh, Joy sent this to me, this person's post. Joy, thank you. They're saying, and they just said this in the press conference, this is kind of wild, that supposedly Colt Gray was on the FBI's radar for 16 months before the shooting. More than a year. The FBI's National Threat Operations Center had received several anonymous tips about threats made online. The post made it on a gaming website included photographs of guns and the threat to shoot up an unknown school at an undisclosed time. The FBI was able to track down the threat within 24 hours to Georgia. The FBI Atlanta field office relayed information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, which then brought the then 13-year-old boy and his father in for questioning. The father stated that he had hunting guns in the house, but the subject did not have unsupervised access to them. Well, looks like he did. The subject denied making threats online. Jackson County alerted local schools for continued monitoring of the subject. Law enforcement officials say there was not enough probable cause for an arrest or further legal action. That is crazy. Crazy. I mean, the other stuff. So I was sent this video. Mimi sent this video. I haven't watched it yet. We'll watch it together. And I think Mimi said this person was next to the school shooter. Let's see.
Tonight at 5, we are staying on top of breaking news out of Barrow County, where we are learning more about the 4 victims killed following a mass shooting at Apalachee High School in Winder.
Authorities just revealed less than 30 minutes ago that 2 teachers and 2 students are dead. We've also learned that 9 others are in the hospital right now. A suspect is in custody. That suspect is a 14-year-old student at the school. Take a look at this. This is some video from the scene. This shooting happened.
Okay. We'll fast forward a little bit. Here.
Jones, 11 Live anchor, who is live for us in the field tonight. Ron.
Yeah, I tell you what, a very sad scene here, and that wondering if their child was involved. Ali, what can you tell us?
Hey, Ron, I've been talking with students, parents, grandparents, loved ones, just community members all morning and afternoon. It has been a really heavy day. And you could hear me recount it for you, but that does nothing compared to what they said. So take a listen.
I heard gunshots, and then my teacher told us to get in the corner. I heard
And by the way, there's people that are posting the wrong pictures of the school shooter. So I saw one on Twitter. They got the wrong kid, somebody in Oklahoma. And this kid's picture was, imagine it was your kid that had nothing to do with anything, and now they're saying your kid's a school shooter. There was some viral post. I don't think the person I haven't checked back on it, but I don't think they took it down. And now on Facebook, there's another picture of some other kid that they posted wrong, some other thing, and it went viral. Lying seems to be where the algorithm is. Lying and making shit up and fabricating stuff. This stuff has 2,600 shares, almost 2,000 comments, and it's the wrong kid, bro. Somebody here says multiple people saying it's the wrong kid. Lawsuit coming your way. Oh man. I don't know. So just be a little mindful, careful if you share something as far as picture wise. There's a couple of pictures floating around that aren't right. I did see one though I think might be accurate, but I have to double check it. So when I have a chance, we'll see.
Screaming and police officers get down.
My daughter called me at work screaming that there was a shooter at Apalachee. He was with the principal, and the principal told him, run to the band room, don't look back, just keep running.
I know my teacher, I know he got shot. I know one of my friends got shot in the leg.
Damn. And the aunt, she's snapping, right? The last post was an hour ago. And she said, y'all ready to see Palhama's blood in full throttle? She's kind of doing a lot. I don't know if right now is the time, we just found out, these families are just finding out about their murdered kids or the teachers that got murdered. But she over here is snapping. She's taking the route school shooters on of snapping. Y'all ready to see Palma's blood in full throttle? Nah, I wouldn't be either. And then somebody here said, I love you for uplifting your nephew, your family, the victims, but I recommend you stop posting. Lawyers and news outlets will be looking at your post pretty soon. And she said, nope. She's going to keep talking. So this is somebody to keep an eye on. It seems like she's going to be spilling all this, whatever has been going on behind the scenes with this family or the mother of the shooter or whatever. And this is another thing too. A lot of people have talked about this. Are they going to come for the parents? Are they going to charge the parents? They did with Ethan Crumley and Jennifer Crumley. They set the precedents. Did these parents know about this stuff? Were they neglecting this child? Your info is being leaked on social media sites. Just wanted to warn you before the sickos come flooding your page. It's a public page. It's not like she has a private page. It's a public page. And she limited her post, so now you can't even reply. Limited the post. But somebody here said, hey, lady, your nephew is a killer and destroyed many families. You might want to shut up publicly. What she said. Let me see what she said here. And people liked it a lot. Oh, she replied. Maybe she deleted it.
It seems there was plenty of advance notice to get this kid intense counseling and complete ban from access to any firearm.
I know. I wouldn't be, and I'm surprised there's people over here showing their support and shit. Even if you're my friend, I'm not. If I know your family member shot up and killed 4 people, I'm not posting on, hey, I support you and love. Fuck that. Maybe I'll send you a text like, hey, I don't know, but I'm not. You think I'm gonna go on public Facebook while you're going nuts, unhinged, when this news just came out in support of you? No.
It was, I don't know everyone, but I know some people that were shot.
I can only imagine because they do drills for these type of things. They do the preventative measures for these type of things. So to actually be in it here now is just so surreal.
I felt scared because that's when I actually realized it's real, that it's actually happening here. I never thought it would happen in the school. Really crazy. You just never know what's going to happen.
What was going through your head when all that happened?
I thought I was going to die, and I was going to go to the bathroom right before it happened, and I'm so glad I didn't because I would probably be dead right now if I did.
I feel really sorry for the kids that they've had to experience this, and the parents who got those phone calls that it was their child, just to start praying for all the kids.
I just keep thinking about that one 10th grader I spoke to, you guys, where he said, I thought I was going to die. I can't tell you how much that shook me up. So I can't even imagine how he's feeling, how these families are feeling, how loved ones are feeling, not only after they were finally able to reunite with their child, but just getting those text messages early this morning. I mean, we are talking about hours that they had to wait to reunite with their kids because some of the texts weren't going through. Some of the kids were able to text their parents, but then they had to leave their cell phones when law enforcement evacuated them out to the football field. Some of them then had to stay out on the football field and get interviewed by law enforcement officials because they maybe saw the shooter or heard the shots or saw somebody get shot. And so then they had to just sit there and wait. It has been a really, really heavy day. But one thing that has given me some kind of light and hope, and other people's as well, is that throughout the multiple hugs that I shared with folks off camera, they have said how grateful they are for not only the law enforcement response, but just for the community here. Whether that's their neighbors checking in on their kids or they're checking in.
So she just deleted her post. I refreshed her Facebook. I wonder what happened. Who told her? She seemed so adamant. Now she took down her post. She took down, let me see, I think she deleted 2 posts. There it is. She deleted the whole thing about they're charging my nephew as an adult for murder. Like, she's pissed off that they charge him as an adult. Y'all ready to see the Palmer's blood in full throttle? Nah, I wouldn't either. And then she deleted this whole other thing from 3 hours ago, going on a rant. At first it seems like she's being like respectful or something. Please, someone get in touch with me with the GBI. I've tried calling. I'm not scared. I will not back down. Why do you have to say that stuff? Back down from what? What are you talking about? I will not disrespect other parents and families that are dealing with this tragedy on the opposite end. They did not deserve this. I will not do anything. What do you mean do anything? What are you going to do? But humbly support the families involved in this incident that did not ask to be participants. With that said, I will not leave my nephew standing alone. When Uvalde happened, I told my own children that hurt people hurt people. I did everything I could to fight for my nephew and niece and my other nephew. Y'all can go ahead and play the blame game all you want, but the families affected by my nephew's actions deserve all the attention now. I will take care of my nephew and what he needs on this side. Just check yourself before you speak about a child that never asked to deal with the BS he saw on a daily basis. So, I don't know. What did he see on a daily basis? So, now, looks like she deleted the post. She seemed really strong and adamant, and now she kind of looked like Britney. When I first saw this picture here, I was like Britney Spears or something. But, she deleted. What happened, Annie? Damn. I don't know.
On their friends' kids or other friends' kids, being able to text them, telling them, hey, he's okay or she's okay as well. It has been a very, very tight-knit day here, but also a heavy day here in Barrow County. Guys.
Yeah, that's right, Molly. And you pointed that out, and we saw the same thing when we were walking here to the scene. There were actually parents who came back, and they were offering refreshments. They were asking folks if they were okay. They were providing that support. So a very tight-knit community, and we really appreciate all of them because this is something these kids have to process weeks, months, and years to come. 11 Alive's Doug Richards, he was there at the press conference when the GBI, the FBI, and also local law enforcement spoke. So, Doug, what can you tell us about that presser?
Well, they finally, the law enforcement authorities.
Oh, muted. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. I was talking about the thread that was deleted. And she had said here, this person talking about your info is being leaked on social media, which she said here it's not leaked, it's public. Yeah, I don't know what this person's thinking about it's a leak. You're talking about this big, huge story, this incident where these people were murdered, and she's a family member speaking on it, and kind of in the way she's talking about it in her tone, you know. So yeah, there's nothing secret about this account or whatever, you know. But anyway, so this person here said, "Hey, lady, your nephew is a killer and has destroyed many families. You might want to shut up publicly." And she said, "Nope." So I wonder what made her take it down. Maybe just that everybody, all the attention.
The number of casualties in this shooting, which was 13, 4 dead and 9 hospitalized. They said that 2 students and 2 teachers were among those dead. They did not enumerate how many of those hospitalized were students and how many were teachers.
Okay. There's another video. Apparently this person knew the shooter, I guess, or
Let me introduce you to Lila, who's 16 years old. She was actually in algebra class just this morning, elbow to elbow with that shooter, Colt Gray, as he's been named by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. Lila, let me first start with, how are you? How are you coping?
I'm okay. I'm pushing through it, talking to friends, making sure, everyone else is okay, checking on people around me.
Can you bring me back? What happened?
I just remember, the moment that it happened, he was at the door, and I knew they were looking for him already, but he was at the door, and they almost let him in until they backed up, and then he turned away, and that's when you hear the first rounds of fire.
So he was in class with you, in algebra class, he left. Then he came back, was at the door, and then knocking to be let back in. Why? You told me something about the doors.
Yeah, they lock automatically, so you have to be let in to come back into our classroom. So I think he wanted to come to us first.
Come to you first to shoot?
Yes, to shoot us class.
And then he was at the door, student went to open the door, and then what happened?
She backed away. I think she saw him, or maybe somebody said something, but I'm pretty sure she saw that he had a gun, and so she backed away.
So she was about to let him into the class, you think, to shoot the students, saw that he had a gun, did not let him in. What happened next?
He turns to the classroom to what would have been my right, and he just starts to shoot, and you hear about 10 to 15 rounds back to back.
What did you hear? What did you think was going on in those moments?
As soon as they didn't let him in, you kind of I don't know, I already kind of had a feeling it was gonna happen and it was him, but as soon as they didn't let him in and you hear the gunshots, you kind of know.
You knew that something very bad was happening next door. Did he ever say anything?
No, he never really talked. He was pretty quiet. He wasn't there most times. Either he just didn't come to school or he just would skip class. But even when he would have talked, it was one-word answers or just short statements.
You told me off camera you weren't surprised that he would be the shooter. Why is that?
Just because when you think of like shooters and how they act or things that they do, it's usually the quiet kid, or like that's a stereotype for it to be, and he was the one that fit that description in our class.
Did you ever see the gun, or did the student that go to the door see the gun, describe it to you guys?
No, I haven't talked with her after this. It was all pretty hectic, but I didn't see the gun.
Did he ever have a hobby of guns, hunting? Did he ever talk about any of that?
No, he never really talked.
Can you tell me what it was like inside of the classroom when you hear those gunshots go off? How
I have more screenshots from the aunt as well too. Bebecita sent me some screenshots. Thank you. So I'll get to it after this.
I heard that you helped to keep the other students calm, right?
Yeah, most of when we heard it, most people just dropped to the floor and like kind of crawled in an area, like piled on top of each other, lost a shoe when they were, trying to get to a corner. The teacher turned off the lights, but we all just kind of piled together, and like I pushed desks in front of us. I was just telling people like, oh, push desks in front of you, block in front of you, get low, things like that.
And are there any metal detectors in the school?
No, not that I know of.
Did you guys drill for active shooters? We know that some school districts do that.
They were silent drills, so we stayed in our seats. The teachers kept teaching through them. I think it was more for like the system of it instead of like preparing us.
How quickly, from the moment that you heard the gunshots go off to the hard lockdown alert going on the screens, letting everyone else in the school know that something had gone wrong, how long did that take? Do you recall?
Maybe a couple minutes, but it wasn't instant.
At what point did you know that this was over?
When the cops came in the room and asked us to put our hands up, asked us if we had anything. A little bit after that, they let us all out. But when it was kind of quiet, you hear like cops yelling, but it's kind of quiet. There's no more gunshots, things like that.
Yeah. What was that communication like with your parents? I mean, all of us have phones nowadays. I spoke with many students texting what they thought might be their last words to their parents. What was that like for you?
I called my mom. I called her and I was like, oh, they're shooting up the school. She thought it was like, she didn't believe me at first, and I was like, no, they actually are. And I talked to her for a second and she was like, oh, I'm on my way right now. And then I was like, okay, I gotta go call other people. I text all my friends in the school, out of school, everywhere. And I'm just texting and calling kind of everybody.
And what was that like leaving the school? I saw videos of officers escorting the students with their hands raised. What was that like for you?
It was protocol, obviously, but I was glad it was over. Like, I was glad we were able to leave. I was
People
looking for my
smile
friends
when nervous on camera. She's not happy.
Thanks, Tickletits.
that were there. I was comforting the ones that had been through a little bit of a harder time.
And then, Lila, what would you say to this student that you were just elbow to elbow with just this morning in algebra class, and now this?
I'm not sure. I want to know why he did it. I think that would be I want to know why.
Lila, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and the best to you and your family and your community. Thank you for talking to us. Jake?
All right, let me show you some of the more of the screenshots with the aunt. Let me check her Facebook again real quick. So did she still? Let me see. So, all right, yeah, she deleted those posts. I wonder if family reached out to her or what happened. But okay, look at some other screenshots here from the aunt. There's a lot of stuff on her Facebook. Maybe she might make it private after this. I don't know. Might have to take as many screenshots as we can take. Annie here, the aunt of the shooter, says Mama and Daddy bailed out Marcy out of jail. Marcy is, we believe, the mother of the shooter. She went to rehab for a month or two. Her husband went and picked her up without my mom's permission. She went up there and stayed with him and their kids for a few weeks. Issues started to arise, and now she's back in Fitzgerald at my parents' house. Check this out. She destroyed my personal belongings. She stole thousands of dollars worth of property from my parents and pawned all of it. My mother let me take the phone my sister was using when she tied... What? My mother let me take the phone my sister was using when she tied my mom up and left her for dead. So they're talking about the shooter's mother tied up their mother, like her mother. I took pictures of her Google searches and her texts between people that she was working with, pictures of handwritten notes she was exchanging with her drug friends and their parents. She poured 2 gallons of, I wish I could see that, 2 gallons of something. Oh, here we go. She poured 2 gallons of white paint all over my childhood memories. A chest full of my awards, crafts, pictures with friends. And yes, I've got pictures of that too. This aunt has a lot. She knows probably all those stuff that's been happening in that household with the shooter, maybe, and the shooter's mother and parents. I think this might be actually, they maybe can charge the parents, maybe. Maybe they can go for them. Maybe that was the father's gun. And best of all, I took video of the video she recorded burning all of my soccer jerseys in our fireplace, including the one I wore during my first year at Darton, my national championship jersey. Darton was absorbed by Albany State University, and my coach had died 2 years ago. That jersey was literally irreplaceable. And somebody replied to her saying she's high as F. Will police do anything? She's already out on bail. I told my mother she better not step out of line an inch, or I will be up there and all over her ass before she can take a breath. Girl, don't do anything felonious yourself. So it's a hot mess. The family, a lot of drama, a hot mess. Let me see what else. Let's see if we got any more screenshots. So she has a whole lot. She's saying she's going to stand by her nephew. I think those posts just weren't the right time. I mean, I guess she's been through a lot with the mother of this kid. Let's see if there's anything else. Somebody told me blues equals Xanax 1 milligrams. They were blue. Oh, okay. You cannot get Oxy or Roxy on the street anymore. Oh, really? Haven't been able to, got almost a decade. Blues are always Xanax. Oh, wow. Okay, I remember back in the day, blues were Oxys or something. Okay. All right, let me see what else we got. Close all these pictures here. All right, so the FBI has been tracking this guy for a long time, and I still don't know which is the actual correct picture. I've seen a couple of different pictures online. I don't know who's really Colt Gray. I thought somebody said they got a yearbook picture of him. Oh, this is one of the victims here. So Mason Schermerhorn, if that's how you say it. This is the 14-year-old that was shot. I've seen this picture flying around. Colt Gray appeared to target a special needs classroom. So this person, Mason, is autistic. I've heard that in a couple of places. Mason is the person that was just named in the press conference, as well as others. And so Colin says here, what a sick, vile human being. Special ed math teacher David Phoenix was ID'd earlier as one that was injured. The other 3 individuals who were killed have not been identified. Well, now they have. This post is from earlier. The mother has confirmed he passed away. His family had shared his photo on social media after they weren't able to reach him. Oh, man. So this is...
Hurry up now. Come on, let's go. We got a whole school to get evacuated, people. Come on now.
Far left. Just move with purpose. Come on.
Just make sure this is not the one. I think there's one that's like there's a body. Oh, I think this is the one, yeah. Oh no, it's not actually. So this guy, I wonder if the people that he killed, the killer, did he know these people? Targeted an autistic child. Let's see what else we get. We type this guy's name in. Yeah, I don't know about this picture that people are posting. Yeah, bro, there's like so many different pictures. The only one that I know that I can see is the one that this aunt posted. But besides that, I've seen multiple kids online, like their pictures are being thrown around. I don't know. That's one thing you want to be careful with, you know. Put somebody's kid up there as a shooter. Let's see. School shooter. Oh. We saw that earlier.
We obviously have been hearing for hours now from community members reacting to the shooting, trying to get in contact with loved ones at the school. Here's a bit of what some of them have had to say.
She was with one of her friends, and he was 2 doors down from where it happened. He said he heard some knocking on the door before it even went on to lockdown. He heard banging on a door, which they thought kind of was a locker, and then he heard somebody say, "Open the effing door, let us in." And then he heard boom, boom, boom. And he said when he went to leave, there was gunpowder, gun shells, and blood everywhere.
I heard gunshots, and then my teacher told us to get in the corner. And then they were clearing this. I heard like screaming and police officers like, "Get down, put your hands on your head."
My classmate went to open the door, but she turned around and said that he had a gun. And then as soon as she said that, he started firing.
I thought I was gonna die. It was just like a loud boom, as if a locker had slammed. So my teacher thought it was just like some kid acting foolish. So then she took a peek outside, and then we heard repeatedly the banging again, and that's when we could identify it was a gun. And then the hard lockdown was placed, and then we ran to the back of the classroom, turned off the lights. I was shaking, scared, and I didn't have my phone on me, and I couldn't communicate with my mom for half an hour. And I didn't know what was going to happen, because you could hear the gunfires right down the hall. So I don't know if it was like the last chance I had to talk with her, but luckily I'm here.
So the aunt, actually, she only deleted one post. She I thought she deleted 2, but she deleted just 1. So this post that I was showed the screenshot of, that's still up. And oh, sorry, I'm in the way. And the comments are kind of interesting. So this is the whole thing. We looked at this already. She's not going to back down. And there's like 300 comments. I guess she didn't limit the comments on this one. Let's see what people are saying here. I agree with you, praying for all. Killer. He's a murderer. He's a killer, Laura. Show some respect to those who lost their lives. I'm so sorry, Annie. They deserve life. F them. Follow gun control, and Annie does drugs. Oh, what? So they're saying the aunt does drugs too? So this one person said, I don't know if that's true, but this person's alleging that the kid's mom definitely does. That's what we were thinking. She does. Oh, Lord. Look like a crackhead. Like you. Okay. Getting nasty in the comments. I love you. I will always stand with you. F this family. Can't even control gun access. Are you throwing stones from a glass house? I don't know what they're doing here. Yeah. Annie, love you, praying for you. I'm absolutely crippled. I'm so sorry for your family. My prayers are with you. And Annie here said, oh my God, precious Lord, please help all involved. But yeah, let's keep sticking up for your psychotic effing nephew. Wow. That thing needs to be locked up. The whole family needs to be locked up. They could try. Go seek help, your entire family, and I pray for your kids. Vincent tagged Annie and said, you're worried about spelling and your effing nephew went psycho? Y'all all need to be getting investigated for allowing a 14-year-old to get their hands on a firearm. And this is coming from someone who strongly supports the Second Amendment. Yes, the kid is a effing lunatic psycho, but the adults need to be tried too. Yeah, they're coming, man. They're coming. Legendary, what's up, man? So you need to be locked up. We are praying the thing nephew goes to jail. What? Go to jail and you never come out. I don't know what these people are talking about. Yeah, people just slam in the comment section. She didn't limit this one. Y'all are messed up. And we're praying for all of you. When you don't know what to do, speak the name of Jesus. Love you. Speak the name of Jesus. Where was he while all these kids were getting shot? Tiffany said. JLR posting his video. Oh, God. Yo. I guess JLR posted his video and somebody replied here. If there's other children in that home who may be in harm's way physically or emotionally, then you need to be reporting DCFS ASAP. So that's what I'm wondering too. The aunt says it seems like the aunt knows a lot, and there was a lot that was going on in that house that she knows about, like the shooter and the mother. I don't know where's the shooter's father. I mean, it seemed when FBI looked into the family 16 months ago, they brought in the father and the killer, the son. But besides that, I haven't heard anything else. And the father said he had hunting guns. I'm guessing he took the father's guns. Well, maybe this can save some others. Okay. Praying for all involved. I don't know. She might, I mean, if the parents get charged, if it goes there, I don't know if it's going to go there. If it goes there, I think they maybe should, depending on, we don't know the history yet. What's the story, but they might have a case. And this woman, Annie, the aunt, it seems like she would happily bury the parents, the mom or whatever. She's had so many issues with her. She's got video, pictures, everything. She might be a star witness. But she doesn't want, it seems like she wants to look out for the nephew, though. Murderer. Somebody here said, prayers for your family, your nephew, and everyone affected by this tragedy. Somebody said he was affected. Affected. He literally caused a tragedy. He is now. He literally caused a tragedy. He's a murderer. Why are you on Facebook creating drama, not attending to your kids? Somebody said here. He's your nephew, and while you will always love him and your family is going through this tragic event, and I'm so sorry for that, but the truth is he had no regard for human life. Was looked into last year, and no one cared enough to get him help. As far as I'm concerned, a lot of people should also be held accountable, but he definitely deserves to be tried as an adult, because at 14, you know exactly what you're doing. My heart hurts for everyone involved or everyone affected, but making excuses for his behavior doesn't help him at all. This is why we're here today. His mother is a piece of effing trash. Met her trash ass personally. May the adults that were supposed to protect this child be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Yeah, for some reason I can't see some of the comments. Posting this as a family of the school shooter is wild, not gonna lie. Your nephew is a mass murderer. What did he see? And that's what I want to know too. She claims that this kid was dealing with stuff on a daily basis. What was that? Like, what are the details about that? Confusing the last sentence. Many children witness shit on a daily basis they shouldn't, and don't go up and shoot a school and murder people. I don't know why I can't see the comments. Someone said, be your weirdo. Your nephew gonna rot in hell. Girl, F you and your nephew. Defending him, he's going away for a very long time and deserves to. Nothing you can say or do will justify this type of behavior, not because he's family or a child. Pure evil. How do you get a gun? Another child that the parents only cared about themselves and made a gun available. Your sister and brother-in-law will soon be arrested, just like Ethan Crumley. I have no issues with having guns. The problem is irresponsible gun owners. Your sister knew he was in a bad, horrible situation, got herself out, and not her children. Go ahead and stand with him. He will need you. Damn, somebody said apple doesn't fall far from the tree. All right, there's a lot of comments here. Somebody here said, what the heck kind of crazy mindset do you have? Family or not, this kid was investigated last year for posts he made on social media about school shootings. And now this occurred. And while you feel bad for the affected families, you're willing to sit there and defend your nephew? Maybe if you all would have gotten him the help that he needed years ago, he wouldn't have been able to commit this horrific act today and take the lives of innocent individuals. Troubled or not, he deserves to be treated as an adult. At 13, he knew what he was doing on social media, posting this stuff. And then at 14, he follows through. Premeditated act, no doubt. You've got a lot of nerve wanting to defend a murderer on social media. Your murderer nephew gets to live while 4 lives were lost and many others affected. Those are some really good points. She also posted this and deleted it. Oh, no, wait, what happened? Wait. Hold on, let me see. Did she take her thing now? Let's see. Maybe she's watching the stream. She's probably watching. Let's see. No, she didn't take it down. For some reason, that post doesn't work. Oh, yeah. That's the one we were just talking about. She deleted that, yeah. Yeah, she did delete that post. We have the screenshots of that. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, no. Oh, okay, bro. Hold on. What is this? I started to go funny, but this is yesterday. Oh, okay, this is something else. Yo, I thought this chick started a GoFundMe for the nephew. Hell nah. So now she just deleted another post. She deleted the post, the thread we were just reading. Bro, she was gonna get flamed if she if she did a GoFundMe for the nephew. Apparently, that's a different situation. But she just deleted. She keeps changing her privacy settings. Oh, that's probably what she did too. Maybe she did change her privacy settings. Read Annie's post from November 19 and response. I think that I might have did that already. Is it this one? Maybe it's still on there. Let's see. Let me just see if I can. I think they let you enter. Can you search by date? How you work this Facebook crap? Well, I'd have to scroll all the way. It's taking a long time. I think that's the one you're talking about, though. I mean, she probably did a couple of posts. This is from November 19 also. Last post for the night, I have my sister's phone, the one she had when she was pulling her last stunt. Let me know if you want me to wait before I turn it into detectives at Fitzgerald Police Department so I can laugh at you and turn it in anyway. She was claiming that, her sisters burned all her stuff. The shooter's mother poured paint all over, like, memorables and stuff. So, I don't know. I wonder if I was kind of hoping maybe we hear some more about the backstory. Man, I didn't want her to be, like, disrespectful, though, to the victims and stuff like that. Oh, she's changing her settings. She's literally changing her settings. She's got to be watching the stream. I don't know. She just changed her settings again. Well, but I don't know. I thought she was so outspoken. Look for God. Look for God like a man with his head on fire looks for water. All right. So yeah, she's changing her privacy settings like you just said. I think she changed her privacy settings, so, or maybe blocked me. I don't know. No, she didn't block me. I wouldn't be seeing this, but there's an option on Facebook you can go and like literally it'll change your privacy settings and like all the old posts will be like hidden. So it looks like she's changed her settings, but she was so vocal and adamant. Maybe she didn't realize it was going to get this much attention. Maybe she didn't want this attention. You're saying Annie's in here? No. Or just saying for her to call in. Call yourself Melissa. Damn, bro. Well, let me try refreshing. Actually, let me change profiles. See if I still look. I think she just like changed all her. Yeah, she did. She changed all her settings. People stop looking at it. Well, she also did that. The reason I think she did that is because she did that because people were pulling up all her old posts, I think, and taking screenshots. And I think she saw that. She kind of wanted to stop people from looking into her past. So, all right, guys, I guess that's it for tonight. But thank you so much. Please subscribe. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to Ick and Mel, I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe. We're doing, breaking news here, and standoffs. And then we also have the police chase channel. That's the second channel. Ick and Mel CC. If you want to watch chases with us and have fun sometimes, we'll do that. And yeah, condolences to the victims. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore about this stuff because we've just been here with this school shootings going in circles, covering it over and over and over. Nothing really changes much. This makes me think a lot about the Ethan Crumley story. It does make me think about that. And I really wonder if the parents are going to catch heat and blame for this too. Maybe arrest them. That could be the wave now, arresting these people. Negligent, like grossly negligent. Their guns are all over the place. Your kid has problems. They've even looked into the kid. I just can't believe the FBI looked into this guy and let him go too. Like they looked into him and said, you know what? There's not enough evidence, and let him go. Making online threats. I think when these people do these kind of online threats, school threats, they should just be banned. Like they should not be allowed in school. And now your only option is homeschooling. That's it. Homeschooling. And this kid, that one student, she was saying this guy tried to walk. The shooter tried to walk. I guess the door's locked. So he tried to like knock on the door, come inside with the gun in the one classroom or whatever, and they didn't let him in. He was pissed. Just crazy, man. She took down her page thing. She probably caught a lot of unexpected heat. You would think that somebody would expect that, right? Like you probably don't want to. I see her Facebook page, but she's changed all. Like, there's just nothing on there besides that. Good vibes only. I wonder, yeah, Jeanette, depends on the laws in Georgia. Oxford Part 2, right? Crazy. I think it was thundering. The weather's been kind of nasty. I don't know, man. It's scary to send your kids to school. It really is. I know a few people that are homeschooling. It really is like just people are just all kinds of mental health problems, and I don't know if things have gotten worse since COVID. You know. And this person, like I said earlier, the shooter went in there and shot these people unarmed. They were all unarmed, you know, caught them by surprise, you know, very cowardly. And on top of that, when he got confronted with somebody else that had an actual gun, that's when he kind of cowers and gets arrested. You know. What are the state? I wonder, state laws to hold parents accountable. Let me type this. Let me see. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm wondering. I have to ask like a professional, like what exactly. That's a really good question. Be charged. Can school shooters' parents be charged? I don't know. I try to do the search, but I don't see anything about it. Oh, thank you so much, Legendary. Thank you for the 50, man. Appreciate you, dude. And the membership, too. A year. Thanks, man. All right. I guess that's it for tonight. I guess. I'll look real quick, too. Just.
Yo and Ikadmel, thanks for the coverage.
See if there's any other videos. It's just older than you.
Of any potential associates of the shooter.
Oh, that's a replay. That's a replay from earlier. Okay. Student describes shooting. I don't think we saw this one yet.
Stewart, who encountered a lot of those students
Thanks
and parents.
for the coverage,
Kevin,
Mel. Found out a few minutes ago my semi-truck mechanic wife was killed at the school. I'm very sad.
Evan says, thanks for the coverage. Found out a few minutes ago my semi-truck mechanic wife was killed at the school. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Condolences. Wow. Wife was killed at the school. So that must be Christina then. Wow. Corner Scavin, the aunt sent you a message on Facebook. I'll take a look. Take down your video. Let me check. Trying to get into the inbox. No, I don't have anything from her in the message. Somebody did DM me and said she posted in the live chat. Thank you all. Thank you for all the memberships too. Oh, Jennifer, I missed this earlier. Jennifer Cochran, thank you for the 30 months. Appreciate that so much. 2 years. Plus 2 years, actually, yeah. This kid has a mental illness. Mental stable 14-year-old kids don't do this. His parents failed him. All three need to be under the jail. I think so. I agree. Gypsy, thank you for the super chat. Says, Annie, are you okay? And Sharon, I think I missed this earlier too. Thank you for the super chat. Says, it seems there was plenty of, oh no, I read it out loud, but it says it seems there was plenty of advance notice to get this kid intense counseling and a complete ban from access to any firearm. Yeah, they had a lot of time. And that one student too, she was like he seemed the type, like a school shooter type. Nat, thank you for the 14 months. Says, thank you all for supporting the most hardworking content creator. Thank you, Nat. Appreciate that. And Carly, 20 months. Amazing. Appreciate it. Where is she in the chat? I haven't seen her. I mean, there's a lot of people in the chat, but her account is locked. If you're watching, you can email me. If you want to email me, ikadmail@gmail.com. We can exchange numbers there. I don't think she's really in the chat, though. Just came from YouTube looking for Auntie. Is Annie here? Yo, the people in the chat on Facebook just came from. Let me see. Was she on Facebook chat, maybe? Read the chat. Look up. Was she in the Facebook chat? She was, Mel? Oh, do you have a screenshot? Send me the screenshot. Was she in the chat? Let me see. They're saying I guess they're saying she commented earlier. Look up. Let me go to the studio thing. Let's see if I can look at the chat here. Yeah, send a screenshot to ikadmail@gmail.com if you can. I'd like to see that screenshot. We all screenshot it, really? Yeah, send it to me at ikadmail@gmail.com. Let's see if we can, what was she saying? Damn. I missed the thing, I guess. She ran her ass scared. Ran her ass back in the house. I guess she left. I don't know. It only lets you, I can't scroll up. It only lets you scroll up a certain amount. So I can only see from like 2 minutes ago. That's crazy. Okay, somebody sent me the screenshot. Let's see. Oh no, this is, oh wait. Oh, wait. Oh, this was on Facebook? All right, let me show you guys. Oh, she came for me too. All right, hold on. I guess she doesn't know that we're on YouTube also. YouTube, we had almost 10,000 people at one point. On Facebook, there's like 50 people there. Let's see. Over here. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So she wasn't there earlier. I guess she left. Or maybe she's maybe just watching in silence, but she said here, I guess this was Facebook live chat, and she says, I absolutely stand by him. That doesn't mean I can't put the families affected by him first. They need comfort now. Everyone wants to ignore that part. I'm not scared of people like you making money off of other people's pain. Damn, Annie. So why'd you restrict your page then and delete your posts? I mean, I was like trying to like. I mean, I don't know why would you have to be scared of me? I'm just doing what I do. I do YouTube. I talk about stories.
Lack of discipline has emboldened this new generation to do atrocious crimes. Easy get out of jail red rum several people and still get to live. Insane.
And you were making these posts, very public posts about your nephew. And I don't understand why she restricted her page. If she's so adamant and stands by him, why she took the post down and restricted her page. But I guess she was in there. Annie, if you want to call, I don't know. If you want to call in. I don't know if you're still watching. Let me see if she's on Facebook. They're saying I got to pay attention to Facebook. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you for the screenshot. She commented that, that was earlier. I guess she's gone. I don't know. She's not saying anything now. Or I guess she sent the one post. Okay, somebody sent me a screenshot. Another screenshot. Okay. Okay. I guess that's all she said. Thank you for the screenshot, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Auntie, ride or die. She's not on Facebook. I mean, not on YouTube, right? It's just Facebook, I think. I just found it intriguing, her post. But like I said, I think she knows a whole lot, you know, and that family, all the things that have gone down, the secrets or whatever, the stuff behind the scenes. And I don't know. All right, I guess that's it then. I was trying to wait a little bit in case she did want to call in, if she wanted like to email me or something, but I don't think she's gonna call in. Well, who knows? Maybe she'll contact me sometime, or she could just talk to the news too, or whatever. Put the story out there. Chaos. She changed her profile picture too. Let me see. Oh, she did. She put a peace sign. I mean, I just, the thing I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's, to me, it seemed like she wanted all the attention, right? Like she kept saying all this stuff about I mean, to me, it almost sounded like she was about to go off on the internet. Like she said, you don't want the blood, the Bahamas blood, whatever that means. And so I would think it would be obvious, but maybe it's not. I think if you're a family member of a school shooter and you're speaking out and what seems to be defending, or I don't know if defending, but standing by the nephew, maybe not defending is the right word, but standing by She did like say some words for the victims, but anybody's gonna talk about that. Like, oh wow, this person's kind of taking up for this kid, and there seems to be a lot of family history, and she acknowledged that it was public, and so of course people are gonna talk about it and come in and like, whoa, what's going on? Why would you not think that's gonna happen? You know, like I don't know. So, but well, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for that. School screenshot. My friend posted this. Pray for the sweet principal. Let's see. 19 years ago, just a few years after Columbine and Heritage, a group of future English teachers at UGA were eagerly getting started on their journey into education. We never realized what our profession would truly be expected to do each and every day. Politicians, the media, and ignorant people are running their mouths, love to vilify educators and tell us how to do our job. They love to tell us what is wrong with the books we are teaching, how we are indoctrinating their children, etc. But every single day, my friends leave their own kids to protect someone else's. My friend and fellow UGA cohort member Erin Redberg posted the following, and I hope you will all remember our colleague Jessica, who is thankfully safe, but now is navigating having to lead during the absolute unimaginable. Sorry. Jessica is the principal at the Apalachee High School. Apalachee High School, maybe. We graduated from UGA together as English education majors in 2005. Sitting in those rooms in Adderhold, we talked extensively about books, literature, circles, unit plans, and teaching writing. Never did any of us think we'd be in the situation she's in today. Never did we have conversations or lessons about how to handle something so tragic and awful. My heart hurts deeply for her and the entire school community. So that was about a principal. There's a picture of this too. Let me show the picture. It's storming really bad outside, so if the internet cuts, that's why. And somebody was saying Annie is hurting. Maybe that could be part of the process. Maybe that's why I don't know. Maybe that's why she's lashing out somewhat. You know, only those people know. Those families know. They know what happened in that household. You know. And this look, I just scrolled. The first thing I opened up on Twitter, they're talking about the aunt. All right. I mean, it's common sense. Like I said, if school shooters, families talking, people are going to talk about it. It just happened, right? So people already got screenshots and video recordings and blah, blah, blah. Wow, I just read her earlier post from August about her sister. Marcy, the shooter's mom, who is apparently a drug addict and abusive to her elderly parents and robbed them blind, seems like this kid has been through a lot. Allegedly. That's what they're claiming. I don't know. I don't want to show pictures because people are. I don't know who's the right picture for the kid. Minutes ago. Let me see, what is this? Oh yeah, that's the Facebook screenshot. Oh. Markel. see what else. Well, that's pretty interesting, right? She just got doxxed on Facebook, did she? Hold on. Am I live? Don't post. I mean, I don't know. Ooh, damn, still lighting. Don't post this lady's, like, I don't know, her address or anything like that. Don't post any kind of stuff like that. I mean, I'm looking at Facebook right now. I don't see it. Let me see. I saw somebody earlier posted some address. I don't know whose address that was, but I deleted it. So yeah, don't do that type of stuff if anybody's doing that. Yeah, Facebook. I literally, for some reason, I don't make shit on Facebook. I used to. I don't know. Look, it says 0 on YouTube. I am, but 0 in-stream ads. But I don't know if she wants to talk. Like I said, if she wants to talk someday, email me ickandmel@gmail.com. We can talk privately, or if you want to do a stream, either way, that's fine too. All right, let me see if there's anything else. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. We had the aunt of a school shooter pop into the live chat. That's crazy, right? Yeah, I covered this. In May 2023, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center received several anonymous tips about online threats to commit a school shooting to at an unidentified location and time. The online threats contained photographs of guns. Within 24 hours, the FBI determined the online post originated in Georgia, and the FBI's Atlanta field office referred the information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office for action. They located the possible subject, a 13-year-old male, interviewed him and father. The father stated he had hunting guns in the house, but the subject did not have unsupervised access to them. The subject denied making online threats. Yeah, she did, Buller. She was on the Facebook. I already covered all of it, but yeah, she was on Facebook and all this stuff. She commented on my Facebook Live and said she absolutely defends him. You said screenshots on Messenger. Oh, hell no. Oh, so nasty outside. Let me show you this. This is interesting. Okay, what the hell's going on outside, bro? Somebody said, I don't know what's going on here. I was sent the screenshot. It said, somebody said, Casey said, your nephew should be making you sick. E-word. School shooting Friday. Is that a picture? Did he? It's all fun and games until your child is having a monthly shooting drills. This makes me so mad. I could spit fire. And yes, my son will be at this school in 2 years. My cousin teaches there. 2 students at something middle school charged for making threats. Is this something else? I think. Oh yeah, I got those screenshots already. That I did. Marcy would believe it's the mother. Somebody said, "Don't delete your post now. B, stand on what you said." Yeah, she deleted it. Oh, this is interesting. Damn, check this out. Okay. This is Annie again. See, sometimes in these situations, somebody was actually trying to be nice to her and warn her. Somebody told her, like, you might not want to post this stuff, because what happens is the internet's going to dig. I didn't even see this stuff. Maina sent it to me, and now everybody sees it. Everybody's you know, she privated her profile now, I guess, but people got a lot of screenshots already. So Annie here says, and I think this may be grandma. I think Debbie might be grandma. Let's see what Mina said. Yeah, we think might be grandma. So my sister was on meth and tied my mom to a chair, bro. What the hell? And left her for 24 hours. She waited until my dad left the house, set up the chair and tape. She threatened to kill her husband, then herself. She then told my mom she would specifically kill my oldest nephew just to get back at mom. Dang, bro. They mentioned all the victims on the press conference. I wrote quick notes. Mason, Christian, Richard, and Christina. Mason and Christian, I think, were the teenagers. Richard Aspen Wall was a teacher, and Christina was a teacher. Your screenshots, where did you send it? Look at her other Facebook page and you will see her sister's page. Let's see. Mana did send me the links. Let's see. Oh no, this is just have this link. Well. So yeah. I mean, yeah, the lighting's always really, really bad over here. It's like crazy. Oh. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm trying to find where's the Facebook chat out of here. Now I feel like I gotta keep an eye on Facebook. It disappeared though. I can't believe she came in there. It's crazy. But let me see if I can pull it up. But she had to know people were gonna talk about that. I mean, come on. Oh, she replied to his comment. How you guys replying to her comment? Oh, there's the deleted comment. People are not deleted, sorry, but it's just earlier. It was 33 minutes ago. She left, I think, one comment. Get real. You came out publicly as the aunt of the monster and expect sympathy. And it wasn't just that. I just think it's the way she went about it and the words that she used. It was kind of like, I don't know. Ivan says the aunt Annie should be investigated, knowing so much she didn't get the kid help and needed knowing what kind of family environment was going on. Yeah, I wonder if she's ever tried to call or make any kind of reports.
The Aunt Annie should be investigated, knowing so much she didn't get the kid the help he needed, knowing what kind of family environment was going on.
There was this post that was sent to me. Let's see. This is about one of the deceased people. Former Mountain View coach killed at the school shooting. By many accounts, Markel Broughton is considered a hero. The Mountain View grad overcame challenging childhood that included his father's death at a young age and his mother's health problems, and succeeded in life, eventually attending U.S. Military Academy, where he was a rare two-time captain of a football team. Broughton may not accept the hero label, but he feels strongly that one of his high school football coaches, Ricky Aspinwall, is definitely deserving of it. Aspinwall, who coached the Mountain View for a decade, was one of 4 people, 2 students and 2 teachers killed in the shooting just across the Barrow County border on Wednesday. His friends and Mountain View officials confirmed Wednesday a 14-year-old student allegedly responsible for the tragic shooting will be tried for murder as an adult. Online posts said that Aspinwall was killed in the doorway of his classroom as he attempted to usher students from the hallway inside to safety. Damn. Coach was an amazing person. He cared for the development of his student and his athletes. For me specifically, he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. He pushed me to have high aspirations through the faith he had in me. His love was genuine and his heart was pure. His legacy will forever live on through those he touched. Coach A will forever be known as a hero. Yeah. Well, Aspinwall had moved ahead of the 2023 football season, where he was in his second season as a defensive coordinator. He made the biggest mark in education at Mountain View. He was around for the Bears' most successful seasons, including their first state playoff game and first state playoff win. I just want to say Coach A was a great role model and male figure in my life, and helped mold me into the man I am today, said former Mountain View linebacker Blake Carroll. He will be missed so much. He earned the Touchdown Club of Gwinnett Tally Johnson Award in 2022 as Assistant Coach of the Year, and was a highly respected defensive coach. He also coached track and field at Mountain View. His wife Shayna also is a former teacher at Mountain View, who now works in Hall County. The couple, kids too, 2 young daughters. Ricky Aspinwall and I both arrived at Mountain View High together in 2013, said Nick Bach, Mountain View's head football coach from 2015 to 2017. He was one of my dearest friends in the coaching profession, an outstanding coach that went above and beyond the call of duty of his team. Coach A, as many knew him, was always available, dependable, and reliable from the moment I met him. His players will tell you that he truly loved them, and their relationship lasted well beyond their football time together. I will deeply miss my friend, and I know many others in the Mountain View community will as well. He was and will always be a brother to me. My thoughts and my heart are now with Shayna and their beautiful daughters. He loved his family so dearly, he will be missed. That is crazy, man. So they're saying he was ushering the kids in, protecting them. It says there, Aspinwall coached Haralson County before his time in Gwinnett, is native of Rome, and a 2003 graduate of Rome High School. He had numerous friends in the coaching community, particularly Gwinnett. Not only was Ricky a wonderful husband, father, teacher, and football coach, he personally was one of my best friends in coaching, and I was devastated to learn of his passing, said former Mountain View assistant Derek Tiller. My prayers go out to Shayna and the girls. Aspinwall was a fixture in the Mountain View program, staying true to the program amid coaching changes. He worked under 4 different Bears head coaches, Doug Giacone, Bach, and the late Rob Kellogg, and John, I don't even know how to say that, Poivent, the team's current coach. I'm devastated to hear about Coach Aspinwall. He was great coach, but an even better person and friend. I'll always remember his work ethic and the relationship he had with players. Truly one of the best. My heart hurts for his wife and his daughters, Adie and Emery. That's crazy because the other person that passed away, I believe her name was Christina Emery. And this guy's daughter's name is Emery. I thought they said her name was Christina Emery, when that passed away. All right, guys. Well, it's late. I'm gonna try to get off, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. Crazy situation. I don't know if more's gonna come out with the shooter. More information. Is the aunt? Is she gonna come out and say more? I don't know. Or is she done talking for now? All right, guys. Take care. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, unless something else pops off tonight, but yeah, take care. Peace. Bye.